Meet our Asia set sewing patterns, the perfect combination of the Bali Kimono and SEOUL Pants and shorts. The Bali Kimono sewing pattern is one pattern designed to be worn in different ways. Wear it open, light, comfortable, and easy to layer. Wrap it for a more elegant, fitted look, relaxed and effortless. Gentle pleats from the shoulder softly shape the bust, while wide sleeves create a modern silhouette and give you beautiful freedom of movement. Paired with the SEOUL Pants and short sewing pattern, this set becomes the perfect duo. Comfortable enough for elevated streetwear and soft enough for stylish loungewear or pajamas. In this video, we'll guide you step by step through an easy, beginner-friendly sewing process. Let's sew the Asia set together. Step 1. Cutting the pattern pieces. Prepare the fabric for cutting. At minimum, press it well. If you are using natural fabrics such as cotton, linen, or viscose, wash the fabric before pressing and cutting to prevent shrinkage. Use the jacket length pattern version. If you want a longer kimono, extend the hemline to your desired length. When transferring pattern pieces to the fabric, make sure to mark all marks and fold lines. Step 2. Front folds. Form the folds on the front starting from the shoulder, following the pattern lines. Stitch the folds in place on the sewing machine. Open each fold. Secure the fold in position by stitching close to the edge on the sewing machine, then press the folds. Step 3. Shoulder seams. Place the front and back pieces right sides together, aligning the shoulder seams. Sew along the shoulder line. Finish the seam using an overlocker or a zigzag stitch. Press the seam toward the back. Step 4. Attaching the sleeves. Place the sleeve pieces and the joined back plus front right sides together, matching all marks. Stitch on the sewing machine. Finish the seams with an overlocker or a zigzag stitch. Press the seams toward the sleeves. Step 5. Belt loop. Create a belt loop from a strip 3 centimeters wide and 9 centimeters long. Fold the edges toward the center twice, press, and stitch along the open edge. Mark 2 centimeters above and below the waistline on one kimono side. Place the loop between these marks on the right side. Step 6. Side seams. Fold the kimono right sides together, aligning side seams and marks. Sew the side seams from the sleeve edge down to the kimono hem. Finish the seams with an overlocker or zigzag stitch. Press the seams toward the back. Step 7. Sleeve cuffs. Prepare a fabric strip for the cuff 8 cm wide and the same length as the width of the kimono sleeve. Fold the cuff in half lengthwise, wrong sides together, and press. For decoration, prepare a fabric strip 4 cm wide and the same length as the width of the kimono sleeve. Fold the decorative strip in half lengthwise, wrong sides together, and press. Pin the raw edge of the decorative strip to the right side of one of the unfinished edges of the cuff. Sew the cuff into a ring by joining the short ends together. Fold the cuff in half, wrong sides together. Attach the cuff to the sleeve edge so that the decorative strip remains on the right side of the sleeve. Finish the seams with an overlocker or a zigzag stitch. Press the cuff. Step 8. Neckline. Finish. Prepare a decorative strip for the neck binding, 4 cm wide and the same length as the neck binding. Fold the decorative strip in half lengthwise, wrong sides together. Prepare the neck binding piece according to the length chosen for your kimono, adding 1 cm to each end for folding. Fold the neck binding in half lengthwise, wrong sides together. Transfer all marks from the pattern. Place the raw edge of the decorative strip onto the right side of one of the unfinished edges of the neck binding and stitch them together. Fold the short ends of the neck binding right sides together and stitch 1 cm from the edge. Trim seam allowances if necessary. Place the neck binding with the decorative strip onto the right side of the neckline and stitch them together. Finish the seam with an overlocker or zigzag stitch. Top stitch the neck binding 1 to 2 millimeters from the seam. Press the seam and the neck binding. Step 9. Hemming. Fold the front and back hems 1 centimeter twice toward the wrong side and press. For a perfectly even hem, mark 4 centimeters from the bottom edge on the wrong side of the garment. Fold the bottom edge up to the marked line and press. Then fold the bottom edge again along the pressed line and press once more. Top stitch the pressed hem and press again. Step 10. Belt. Prepare a fabric strip 4 centimeters wide and 170 centimeters long for the belt. Fold the edges lengthwise toward the center twice, press and stitch along the open edge. Press the belt. To position the belt, divide your waist circumference by 4. Measure this distance from the belt center. Stitch the belt onto the side seam at the waistline at the calculated mark. Thread the belt through the belt loop. Step 11. Pants sewing. Fold the fabric right sides together. Cut out the pants pieces. Pin and stitch the crotch seams. Finish the seams with an overlock stitch or a zigzag stitch on a sewing machine. Press the seams. Fold up the hem allowance of each pant leg, press, and secure with pins. Place the pants right sides together, pin, and stitch the inseams. Finish the seams with an overlock stitch or a zigzag stitch. Press the seams. Top stitch the folded hem. Cut a piece of elastic equal to your waist measurement plus 2 centimeters, 3x4, for seam allowance. Stitch the short ends of the elastic together to form a loop. Place the elastic along the top edge of the pants on the right side, matching the quarter marks. Stitch the elastic to the pants close to the top edge, evenly distributing the elastic between the quarter marks. Fold the elastic to the inside twice, encasing it with the fabric of the pants. Top stitch along the lower edge of the elastic to secure it in place. Sew a label or a decorative tie at the center front to easily identify the front of the pants. Press the waistband and hems thoroughly.
Here is the finished Asia set.